So this is how I do a digital gradebook using Google Sheets. I'm going to show you a couple different methods. So first of all, we can call this Term 1 grades, or you could call it PE grades, or you could call it, if you have a specific class, Class 1 grades. And then, of course, you can make different sheets and title the sheets as well. So this one we could call Term 1, Term 2, or you could call it Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, so forth. And we can call this one, I'll just say PE, and then this one I'll call religion. So here along the A column, I'm going to type all the students' names. And I'm just going to call them by letter, just for a anonymous factor. And we'll pretend we have a really nice small class of 20 kids. And here along the top, you can either put your project name or you can put your outcome. So find a specific outcome from the program of studies and plop it in there. Where I'll do projects for this one. So you can title it Assignment 1, Assignment 2. You can call it Quiz 1, Quiz 2, Project 1, Project 2, and then your overall Term 1 grade. And then here, I'm actually going to copy and paste these students' names and put them into my other sheet just to save a bit of time. And then this one, maybe I give a specific outcome. So I'm just going to say outcome 1.1, outcome 1.2, outcome 1.3, outcome 1.4, outcome 1.5, and then you can say your overall Unit 1 mark. Okay, so when we're doing assignments, you probably have a 4-point grading scale. So EX, AB, AC, and Y, and then of course your alternative marks. So what I'm going to do, you can either highlight everything that you want to be formatted, or another thing you can do, which I always like to do as well, is just click on one of the boxes. Then you press up here where it says formatting, conditional formatting, and you can change the range. So I'm going to go from A1, which is the top left corner, to Z40, because hopefully I don't have more than 39 kids in a class. And this way, if you get more students, you can change it. If you add more projects beyond Term 1, you can do that. At this point, I would probably just make a separate sheet by adding one here, just because it can be hard to follow if you are looking across the page. But I do just like to make the range big. So format cells if text is exactly. It's important that we pick exactly, because if we pick text contains or text starts with, if you have any students that have names containing these letters, so we'll start with EX, or if any of your assignment names have those letters in it, it will format that box as well. Now, I like to make mine really bright, but if that's hard on your eyes, you can pick a different one. So what I've done is I've said format cells if text is exactly EX, then the box will turn green. So now, as long as I have any box between A1 and Z40 that contains, or that is exactly EX, it will change that cell to green. I'm going to add another rule now. So right now it's got it selected to I15 just because that's where my cursor is. But I'm going to change it to A1 to Z40. Now I'm going to say text is exactly, because we might have students or projects with AB in them. And I'm going to make this bright yellow, but you can choose a different color. Add another rule, A1 to Z40. If text is exactly BC, I make it orange. You can choose a different color if you like. A1 to Z40. if text is exactly NY. I make it red. You can pick a different color if you like. And then we have our other grades as well, A1 to Z40. Format cells if text is exactly AC asterisk. So again, it's important that we put text is exactly, because if we have text contains for AC, then anytime we type AC asterisk, it will format it as though it's AC, not AC asterisk. And I'm going to make this one purple. And I'm going to add another rule, A1 to Z40. If text is exactly NM, I'm going to make it blue. Okay, so now as you go through your projects, you can give students their mark. So I'm just going to do maybe the first couple of kids here, and I'm going to show you each of the colors here. Okay, maybe this kid gets an AC here, AB, AB, BX, AB. So then they're term 1 grade. If we look at all of their marks cumulatively overall, they have an AB. Maybe this kid gets an AC, AB, AC, AP. AC, this one, they weren't very consistent, so overall AC, AC, EX, AB, 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 so this kid gets an AB. This kid started off not doing so well, but then they started to get their marks up a little bit, so we can give them an AC. And then this student is maybe working below grade level on everything, so we can give them AC asterisks all the way across. And the student is an English language learner, or they've had a lot of absences, so we can give them NMs all the way across as well. So that automatically, anytime you input a mark, it will change the color of the box, and then it's just really quick and easy to see. And then you also know if you have an empty box, you know, okay, I need to go back and mark that, or I need to make sure that was handed in. So that's how you can mark based on your 4-point rubric. But we can also do checklists. And I prefer to do checklists if I'm looking for specific outcomes. This would be good for kindergarten as well, where they're marked on a 1 or 2 scale. So I am going to highlight all of these outcomes for all of the students. And now again, I can do my conditional formatting and select the range, but I actually want the Unit 1 mark not to be a checklist. So I'm going to highlight the parts that I do want. Click on Format, Conditional Formatting, and it tells me that this is applied to the range B2 from here, B2 to F20. So format cells if text is exactly true, we can make it green. Actually, I'm going to make this a lighter green. I'll make it like that one. Okay, and then while I have these all highlighted, I'm going to go to Insert Checkbox. So then as you're going through your class list, you say, okay, student A met outcomes 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.5. Student B met outcomes 1.2, 3, 4, and 5. Student C met 1, 2, and 3. Student D met 1 and 3. Now this can be a little bit hard because we might have students who are absent. So if that's the case, you could maybe make a note here, and write absent, because otherwise it just looks like it's false and it will say invalid. Now we can also change it so that the checkboxes turn red if it's false. So we can go to our format, conditional formatting, add another rule. If text is exactly false, we can make it light red. I just won't recommend doing that right at the start because it will automatically come up as false as long as the box is unchecked. But again, you could type that the student was absent. And then that way it's not red. Okay, and then again, for your overall mark, I would highlight all of the students for column G or whatever column you have your overall mark in, format, conditional formatting, And then if this is kindergarten, say where they're on a 2-point scale, you could say 1. If text is exactly 1, maybe you want it to be orange. And if text is exactly 2, you could make it yellow. So then we can go through, okay, this kid, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and so on. So that's how I would do a digital grade book, either with checklists for the specific outcomes or for assignments with a 4-point rubric and projects with a 4-point rubric. I hope this is helpful. I'm sure there's many other things you can do with this, but this is just a couple things that I do.